Um, oh, okay, this was meant to be brand new. I just opened it. I didn't realize that it had been fingered. I didn't even check it in store because I thought there was a sticker on it sealed. But someone's already fingered this. And I don't know how long this has been open. And there's a hair in it as well. There's like a black hair in it. Hi guys, James here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. In today's video, guys, I'm going to be sitting down and just having some fun playing with some new makeup products that I've recently purchased. Some of the items are from my eyescream beauty box. I've also got some stuff from Drugstore as well. So that is today's video. Now, I am wearing a raggedy old t-shirt because I usually do my base first and then I actually set my face down with setting powder and setting spray. After I've done all my base, I'll change into a nicer shirt. So I apologize about that. This is a $6 Kmart shirt. Now, before we get into this video, I have just started my project pan. So I am gonna just be using my normal concealer and foundation, but a lot of other items are brand new. So we're just gonna go through the steps and I'll just talk to you guys when I do my makeup. I have some things to talk about. I did actually buy this new, I think this is like a, kind of like a Nars concealer. So normally I use this one. I have actually done my primer already. So I did go in with my e.l.f. little hydro primer. I've already done that. After my primer, I normally go in with a Nars little pot concealer and like conceal all my breakout areas. But I did buy this one from W7 for like $5. Actually, I don't know where the receipt is. I'll put it up on the screen, the price for everything that I use. Oh, okay, this was meant to be brand new. I just opened it. I didn't realize that it had been fingered. I didn't even check it in store because I thought there was a sticker on it sealed. But someone's already fingered this. And I don't know how long this has been open. And there's a hair in it as well. There's like a black hair in it. It looks like a eyelash or something. Oh, I'm not gonna... Oh, okay, well, it's probably the wrong shade for me anyway. It's a bit too peachy for a color corrector. But... okay, well, that item is just something I'm not going to use. I don't even want to scrape off the top layer because I don't know how long that hair's been in there and I don't know how long it's been open. So we're just going to declutter that and we're just going to go into my Nars little color corrector concealer, which is what I use it for. So we'll just quickly color correct with this little concealer. I have quite a few breakouts right now, so I'm just covering most of my neck with this and also around my mouth. Now, this is how I always start my base. I do the primer, I moisturize actually first, then the primer, and then I go in with this, and then I go in with foundation and my actual liquid concealer from W7, which is something that I really like. I normally love W7 products. When I buy things, I normally always reach for the back of the shelf to make sure that it's basically brand new and not tampered with, especially drugstore items, but that one I obviously didn't, so that was my bad. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a great day. I am currently filming this on a day off, and then I'm back to work tomorrow and the rest of the week. Now, I am starting a project pan for this month and then every month after that. So I filmed that. That will be live. So that comes out in 2 days on a Friday. So that will be live. I will link it down below in this video if you're interested in watching that. But I've been wanting to do that for a long time. So I'm looking in the mirror here while I do this. So I do apologize. I'm not giving you eye contact. So yeah, I'm excited about my project pan. I've been meaning to do it for a long time. So this is the month I'm actually starting that. I've taken photos of all the levels of everything and also marked all the levels of everything that I normally use. Now the project pan items that I'm focusing on are mostly all base products that I always use all the time, so I can actually see the levels going down. Alright, so that is done, so I'm a little flustered. We've got my foundation. This is just the foundation I always use, the Revlon Colourstay Full Coverage Foundation. Now, I always like to use my same foundation and same concealer when I do these like trying new makeup products, especially like base items, because that way I know it's not the foundation or the concealer if something doesn't work. So that is why we're just going to use the same foundation and concealer. I do have a little blush stick we're going to be playing with. I do have a new bronzer, and I have some new lip products, and then obviously a new eyeshadow palette as well, which I'm really excited for. If you don't know, I have just recently signed up to the eyescream beauty box subscription. I ordered 3 initially, so 3 months, and I was really happy with the first box that I got. So we're going to play with some of those items, and I've just seen some of the what do you call it, spoilers for next month, and I'm really excited for it. Sometimes they do have like a a choice between two items. So they had two eyeshadow palettes where you choose one or the other. I chose more of a gloomy color story that I wouldn't normally play with, but I wanted to test myself with this color story, so I'm excited about that palette. You did have the option of paying $10 extra, $10 US extra for both palettes, but because the color story of one of the palettes is something that I have in a lot of my other eyeshadow palettes, I thought, you know what, let's just pick the one that I don't normally go for and I don't really have in my color story of my palettes already. So I'm excited about that palette. They are also sneak peeking some new items as well that are going to be in those boxes, and I'm really excited about that. Sorry, I feel like I've got a, you know when you feel like you've got a hair on your face? I feel like I do have one. I don't know where my mirror is right now. Okay, I don't have my handheld. You know what, I'm just going to use the OG Jeffree Star mirror. I do have this. I got it in my mystery box like 3-4 years ago. Don't come for me please in the comments. It's just something that I have in hand or on hand because I always lose my mirrors because I'm moving them around the house when I'm doing stuff, makeup, skincare and stuff like that. Sometimes I film in different locations in my house, so I just move them there around with me and I can't be bothered to go and get it. So we're going to use the OG orange mirror today from Jeffree Star. Now back to the Ice Cream Beauty box. I am excited and looking forward to next month, and then we've got another month after that, and then I'll decide if I want to subscribe to another 3 months. I think they've only got 1 month, like every recurring month, 3 months or 12 months. I don't know if they've got 6 months. If they do have a 6 month option, then I'll pick 6 months because it's quite expensive paying upfront for 12 months. I hope you guys like those types of videos. I am going to be doing try on videos after I unbox my Ice Cream Beauty box and test out everything that I get in those boxes. I'm going to link the Ice Cream Beauty box unboxing video down below as well, so go check that out. Now, my goal for this year is to hit 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I think I've got like 50 to go, so I am getting closer and closer, which is very exciting. I have also been more consistent in uploading. For the last 3 weeks, I've been uploading every 3 days, so I have been very consistent in that, and I am trying to do better. I will have to probably pre-film a couple of videos when I'm away at the end of this month for my holiday, which I'm really excited for. I'm going to Namibia, I think that's where it is, like near Papua New Guinea, I think. So we're going around there to snorkel and catch up with the family for 10 days. I'm really excited about that. Alright, foundation is done. We're going into the concealer. So this is the W7 and Oh So Sensitive Concealer. I don't have a new concealer to try, so we're just going to use this one. Just do a little bit of a line here, and then on this side as well. And then a little chook foot on my forehead. And then I always do 3 little dots. I used to do the whole big triangle like everyone used to do in the olden days, where you do the whole triangle under your eye, and we would waste so much concealer doing that. But now you really don't need to do that. I go in with my little concealer brush under my eye and I just blend it out. Now I want to talk something that happened on Instagram a couple of days ago with this company. I'm not going to mention the company's name, but hopefully it will come out in an upcoming video because they reached out to me in the DMs. I tend to not troll makeup brands or new releases, but I will have something to say sometimes. And this company was recently promoting a new launch they had, and I probably did troll them a bit. I left a comment on their Instagram post and reel saying that this formula was a big letdown when I did try it. I spent $52 because that's how much each of these little eyeshadow pots cost, $52 each Australian, and I think I bought like 5 of them, so it cost me a lot of money. I also bought the mixing medium and everything like that, and I just left an honest review under their post. Now I could have gone to their website and left an honest review on the actual product, but I was like, no, you know, a lot of people are going to see this. I tend to leave my honest review and say this is not worth the money, especially for people with hooded eyes. Anyway, I got a comment back from the company and they said, you know, we apologize that happened to you. We would like to maybe send you some replacements. And I wasn't asking for replacements. Sometimes when a new launch happens, I will be like cheeky in the comments and say, all right, you know, send it to me and I'll try it out for you, you know, and let you know how I feel as a joke. So this company reached out to me and said, hey, we would like to send you something because we've actually reformulated the product that we're talking about that you commented on. We've reformulated the formula of it. We would like to send it out to you. And I was like, well, okay, I wasn't asking for you guys to send it out to me because, again, if it didn't work the first time, it's not going to work again because I tried it multiple different ways. I watched so many reviews, especially because it was $52. I like to look at multiple different YouTube tutorials because it wasn't a brand new item that just launched. I'd been watching the reels for almost a year before I actually decided to spend some money on it. And I did my research, but it didn't work for people with hooded eyes, in my case anyway. And I did try it multiple different ways. When they actually told me that they'd reformed it in the DMs, that kind of changed my mind because I was like, well, if they've reformulated, maybe they fixed the same problems that a lot of other people were having and I had. So hoping they actually do send it out to me. I did actually give them my address because they asked for my contact information, emails, phone number, and my address that they can actually put on the package that they're going to send out to me. I don't know if they actually are going to because I have had other brands reach out to me and say, we'd like to send you items. I've sent them my information and they never did. So we'll wait and see. I haven't heard anything back since I've actually sent my address through Instagram DMs, and I have actually seen that they haven't actually opened it since I've sent my information. It doesn't have the little scene icon like all the other messages between us before, so we'll see if that happens. All right, before I completely crease down, let's go into the first new product, which is this little blush stick. So this is from Medusas makeup. This is in the shade Tiger Lily, and it was marketed as a highlighter, but every single person who got this in their ice cream beauty box, because I love watching those videos of people unboxing it and trying it out on their channel, they all had the same thought, this is not a highlighter, this is a blush. So today we are using it as a blush and not a highlighter. So I'm just going to go, I don't know how pigmented it is because I didn't swatch it because I wanted to do like a first impressions on my channel here with you guys, but I'm just going to swipe directly onto each side of my face. I really like the color of it. It doesn't scream highlighter to me, and I don't think it would to anybody else. Now that that's on my face, let's get a little stippling brush. I probably should have found my brush before I did this. I don't. You know what? This is clean. We'll go in with this. This is the Exo Cosmetics Beauty Came Up brush. 112 is the number on it. We're just going to use this to try and blend this out. Normally with a cream blush or a cream blush stick, I would go in with the back of my hand and then pick it up with the brush. But a lot of people have been doing it straight on their face. So that is what we're doing today. Ooh. Okay, I thought there would be a bit more pigment. I guess I could probably put more pigment on. Let me just blend this side out, and if we need more, I can always go in with a bit more. I love the color. I love pink and peachy blushes. So this is like in between both of those two shades, which is something that I really like. So I'm excited that I got this because it's something that I would definitely reach for if it works. And so far I'm actually quite happy with it. I am going to put a little bit more because, you know, if we're going to play with some color, which the eyeshadow palette I'm playing with today has a lot of color in it, we need to match it with the blush in my opinion. So just adding a little bit more. That is really pretty. There is a little bit of a glow. I can't see that it's a highlighter glow, but there is a little bit of a glow, which is nice. So I'm actually liking this. That's really nice. Yeah, that's nice. I'm liking that. That is definitely something I'm really happy with. That is a win for me. I'm just going to put it in my little makeup bag in front of me. I always have a little bag next to me. When I do a tutorial and I finish with the product, I put it in this bag so I can actually remember what I used on my face, and I can actually credit what I've used on my face in the comments down below in all my makeup videos. So that is a win for me. 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Love the color. Love how that blended out. Very, very happy with that. All right, let's go in with some setting powder. Now, I'm just going in with my Maybelline setting powder. This is the pressed one. This is one of the items in the project pan. So I'm excited to see how much I've used of this by the end of this month. We might have to go back in with a different blush after this because with the setting powder, it does knock off some of that pigment when you set your face with a powder. So we might have to amp that back up with a powder blush, but we'll see if we need to at the end of this video. I love this powder, it's my favourite. Now I always go in with one of these little powder puffs to set my problem areas. So under my eyes, my nose, my forehead, around the mouth, and then the rest of my face I set with a big fluffy brush. So I'm going to go in with this, set my full entire face, and then we can come back and do the bronzer. So let me just do that, and then we can come back and go in with this bronzer palette that I have in front of me that's brand new to me. So let me quickly do that and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. I've also done my brows off camera to save some time, set my full entire face, and I'm pretty happy with the way I look. I do have some texture on my face because I'm breaking out as always. I have a little dry patch on my eyelid that's been going on for the last 3 weeks. I don't know what's happening there, but we are where we are. But now we're going in with the little bronzer and contour palette from W7. I picked this up a couple of days ago. I actually went into my Chemist Warehouse. This is actually sealed, which is good. Yeah, it's sealed on both ends. So this is not used, thank God. I went into my Chemist Warehouse and they basically are redoing their whole entire makeup area. And they had a whole like new section for the W7 section. The W7 like makeup area, it wasn't very good. It was always like trashed basically and always empty, but everything was full. And I was really excited when they had this palette because they've never had this in their little selection area before. This has 8 shades in it, and again, I don't know what the price is. I did have my receipt here on my table, but I don't know where I went. I will put the price up on screen for you guys. But there are 8 different shades. I think it does say that there are like some setting powders in here, which I just didn't want to use today because again, I'm focusing on my project pan. But it does say it is a highlighter contour blend palette. So we have like the lighter shades. This here is a highlighter shade, which we'll use in this video. But these are all like pressed powders. And then we've got the contours and bronzers at the top. So we're going to bronze my face using this. We do have a brush here. It is dirty because I don't have a clean one, but we're just going to use it anyway. And it doesn't have any shade names, but we're going to start with this one. And if it's too light, we'll go into this one here. But we're going to go into number 5, and we're just going to coat my brush. It is a little bit of a like small pan for a bronzer contour, and I can't get a full fluffy brush like this in the whole entire pan, so I'm only coating half of each side, which is not always great because you can't always get like an even coating sometimes. But oh, actually that's quite nice. It does have a bit of a sheen to it, which is nice. I do like bronzers that have a little bit of like a satin finish to it, so that's nice. That was a pleasant surprise. No kick up in the pan, but that's probably because my brush is picking up every bit of powder that touches because it's such a big fluffy brush. But wow, that's actually quite nice. Probably go in with a bit of a darker shade. I might mix the two, number 6 and number 4. Wait, no, number 4 and number 5 is what I'm trying to say. Mix some of that. We'll try that on the forehead. Oh, there we go. That's a bit warmer. That's nice. I love a good bronzer. So my favorite part of makeup is eyeshadow, then goes highlighter, then probably blush and bronzer, the two are together there, and then everything after that, and then brows right at the end because I hate doing my brows. But bronzer and blush are right up there with one of my favorite items to use makeup wise. So I'm always looking for a good, warm, nice bronzer that just blends out really nicely. I've probably gone a little heavy on the forehead area, but that's alright. I'll just know for next time not to use so much, but quite happy with the way that's looking. Now, this is going to be another long video. I've just noticed my first part of this video was almost 25 minutes long, and I only got up to the setting powder. So it's going to be a long video. I do apologize. Just put something on, maybe do some washing or cleaning the house. That's what I always do. I carry my iPad from room to room as I'm either cleaning the bathroom or folding all my washing or something like that. So maybe do that. But if you do like these videos, don't forget to give me a like and a follow if you're new to my channel. Subscribe, leave a comment down below because like I said, I am trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Every comment helps my algorithm. Every like and subscribe and share helps me. And being the child of God that I am, it's the Christian thing to do. So please do that and you might get into heaven. It might help. You never know. Alright, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to go in with a little fluffy brush and use the number 4 shade, this one here, and just contour my nose a little bit because we need a little bit of a nose surgery on this little honker that I have on my face. Sometimes it's quite big and I just need to just give it a bit of a nose job. Just because sometimes I feel like it's just taking away from my beautiful makeup that I've done on my eyes. So we just need to just skinny that out a bit. I am using the wrong hand for this. There we go, that's better. I think this palette was like $10. $10 for 8 shades, come on, like you can't get any more affordability, especially when it works really well. I love W7. Alright, happy with that. Now I do feel like we need to pump up this blush up a little bit, just a little bit, so I'm going to go into the Kind Collective. This is the Sunset Vibes Cloud Skin Blush Powder, and we're just going to go in with a little bit, like not too much. It looks like a lot, but we're just putting a little bit on, just because I feel like we need a little bit more of the blush to come through, because I feel like that setting powder and that bronzer knocked a little bit of that pigment away. So just add a little bit of blush, not too much. We're going to add a little bit onto the nose as well, because we can't forget about this nose, especially since we just made it nice and skinny with that contour. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the way everything's looking. Actually, let's go with highlighter before I forget. We've got this highlighter here. This is in the shade number 1, which is the first shade out of this little W7 palette. We're going to go in with my Artist Couture highlighter brush, my favorite highlighter. Oh, that's a lot of powder. Knock a little bit off, and we're just going to highlight these cheeks. Oh, that's really pretty. This is such a beautiful highlighter. Maybe a little too white for me. Like it's more of a greyish champagne shade, where I like more of a golden champagne shade. But no one can deny that this is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. Like it does exactly what it's meant to do. So very happy with this palette so far. The bronzers that I've tried are nice, and then this highlighter, I mean, look at that. The drugstore makeup is just not playing anymore. It used to be cheap and nasty and almost like kids makeup, but I mean, you cannot deny this highlighter and how this bronzer and everything works. It's amazing. Now we're going to go and set our face completely. This is the P. Louise Skin Ready Set Slay setting spray. I do have a marker because it is part of my Project Pan. And I did say in the Project Pan video that I actually use a lot of setting spray. A lot of people will use 2 or 3 dainty sprays and just fan their face. No, I'm dripping by the end of this. And the reason I use so much is because I have used a lot of powders on my face. I have set my face completely with powder. Setting spray is there to set your face, but also it helps melt all that powder into your skin. So it just looks more like filter flawless, which is what we're always going for. So let's just spray my full entire face. Alright, so that is how much I use. It's a lot, and I'm dripping. I am dripping, I know that, but we get this little rainbow fan and we just fan ourselves for a couple minutes, and then when it's all dried down, it will be completely set and I don't have to worry about transfer when I put on a new shirt. So I'm just going to sit here and fan my face completely until it's all dry, and then once it's all dry, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to put a new white shirt on, and then we can go on and do the eyeshadow and the lips and everything like that. So let me quickly do that and then I will be right back. Alright, we are all back and face is completely set. No transfer on my brand new white shirt. That's why I set my face completely with a lot of setting spray. Alright, let's go on in with the eyeshadow palette we're going to be playing with today. So this is the one I got from Ice Cream Beauty Box. This is the Lioness Heart Pressed Pigment palette, and it does have Ice Cream Beauty Box on here. So I don't know if it's their eyeshadow palette with Dede Signature. So I don't know if Dede Signature, because that's what the palette says, is Ice Cream Beauty Box's like eyeshadow palette brand, and then it's got Ice Cream Beauty, or if it's a collaboration with the two brands. I don't know, but I just want to quickly mention that. This is what the color story looks like. We are going to be playing with some colors today. I'm excited. I'm going to play with the purple and the pink and the green and then the shimmers. Yeah, so we're going to start with this little pink moment. We're going to go in with the purple, and we're going to go in with some of the green, and we're going to go in with this green shimmer or this aqua shimmer because it's stunning. So that is today's eyeshadow look. Now I did actually get this eyeshadow, little liquid eyeshadow, in my Ice Cream Beauty Box. I've been watching a lot of people struggle with this, and today I just wanted a pretty eyeshadow look where I didn't have to struggle with my look. So I'm going to save this for another day. And then I also did get this Medusas makeup eyeshadow here. Now this is the grey tone eyeshadow. It's not going to fit in with the colour story I have in mind today, so we're not going to play with this one. We're going to put it aside and we're going to save that for when I do more of a smoky eye look in the future. So that is going to be for another day. We're going to start with the shade Fierce Affection, which is like this bubblegum pink. Tap off the excess, and we're just going to go straight into the inner part of my eyelid. So the inner half is what I'm trying to say. We're going to save the purple for the outer edge. Actually, I might go in with this pink all the way across the eyelid and then blend the purple into the pink. So we might just do that. This is my first time trying anything from this brand, and I mean, you can see the pastel pink there. It's really, really pretty, laying down very nicely. There is no fallout in the palette at all, and there's none on my cheeks as well, which is great because we don't want to do all this hard work on our base and then have fallout all over it. Now guys, I cannot believe that we're already in the 8th month of this year. Like, there's only 4 months left, and then it's Christmas and New Year's. I'll be 38 in January. That's mind-blowing as well. 2 more years, 2 and a bit more years, and I'll be 40. Ugh. I know, I don't look 40 or 38 or 37, which is what I am right now. I don't look it because I moisturize, and I'm also part Asian, so you know, we're pretty good with our skin. I am going to wake up one day and I'm going to look like a dry desert with all the cracks on my face and stuff. Usually a lot of Asian people, and I'm just being stereotypical, or whatever it's called, look really, really young, and then one day they just wake up and their face has just collapsed in on itself. That's what's going to happen to me. But I'm enjoying my youthful appearance for now, because a lot of people like, you do not look 37, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Skincare, you need to look after your skin. I moisturize every day, I cleanse every day in the shower, I do all of my skincare prep. I do have a lot of breakouts where the shaving area is, but mostly my skin is actually pretty good. Basically what I'm saying is look after your skin, because it's important, and one day my face will just cave in on itself and I'll just look like a dried out salt plain with all the cracks in it. That's what my skin's going to do one day, and I'm okay with that. Me and my sister were talking about it the other day, where one day we just wake up and our face has collapsed in on itself. So we're just enjoying our youthful appearance while it lasts, is basically what I'm trying to say. All right, we have blended that shade Fierce Affection out. I also did it on the bottom lash line as well, because I just knew I would. So now we're going to go into the purple, which is one of my favorite shades to play with, and that is the shade Mama's Courage, which is, it's a dark purple. I'm just tapping off the excess because I don't want it to fall out on my base. Now purples are very, very hard to make because they can get patchy, so I'm hoping this one is not one that gets patchy, and it just lays down nicely. The green, the pink, and the purple, if they work in a palette, I'm always going to be reaching into a palette that has those shades that work for me. So this is the test. So far it's blending out really nicely. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with the pigment of it and how it's blending. We might put some of that green on in the inner corner, like as an inner corner pop of colour. But for now, let's just play with this purple and try and blend this out into the crease a little bit and up towards the eyebrow. Look how pretty that is. Stunning! Love, love, love so far. Alright guys, I am back, and I finished with that shade Mama's Courage on both eyes, and I like the way it's looking. It was a bit patchy. I actually got a phone call, so I had to take that phone call, so I decided I would just finish off the purple. You did see me apply it on this eye a little bit before I got the phone call. I found it a little patchy, I'm not going to lie. It laid down nice, but right here and right here, it's getting a bit patchy where the crease is. And I've applied it multiple times, but it's still getting a bit patchy, so I'm just going to continue. I'm going to put some shimmer over that area probably anyway. Let me zoom you in. I really want to show you how patchy it is. So right here, I applied multiple layers of that purple, and it's still starting to lift there. And then this eye, it's a bit darker because I've just packed so much on, but right here it's starting to get a bit patchy. So not the biggest issue, because we're going to put some shimmer over it. I just wanted to mention it while I continue with this video. Now I was going to put the purple along the bottom lash line. I'm going to actually go into the shade Warm Embrace. That is a red shade, this one here. I'm just going to put it on the outer edge along the bottom lash line and blend it into the pink. I have some strong feelings about red. Red shades are not my favorite to play with. It is my actual favorite color, but I've never had too much luck with red eyeshadow. I just find it really hard to work with, really hard to blend and create a really pretty look. But we're just going to apply it on the bottom lash line since that purple is not working for me. and we're going to go on with the shimmers. But I like to put all my mattes down before I go in with the shimmers, just because it's easier to put the shimmers down and not have to work with mattes around the shimmers and knock any of that shimmer off. So we are just going to quickly lay this down. That's actually really pretty, that red. Again, I don't know if I would use it as in like a full crease shade like I've done with the purple and the pinks, but for the bottom lash line it's working. And it's another colour that I can use out of this palette for this video. Alright, red is done. Now I'm just going to pick up some of that pink on this brush and just blend the pink and the red a little bit more along the bottom lash line, just so it's a bit more like blended out and seamless. I haven't gone in with the red all the way because I am going to put some of that green in the inner corner, so I'm just going to leave that space bare for now. Alright, let's get in with the Chartreuse Green, Hopeful Dawn, which is this one here. And we're just going to put that in the inner corner with, what brush should I use? I might actually go in with a Morphe M506 brush. It's a clean brush. I've used the pink and the purple with the E02 brush, so we're just going to go in with this Morphe one. We're going to pick up some of that colour and we're going to put that right in the centre, and we're just going to put that in the inner centre. I don't know how the pink and the green are going to like mix into each other. Hopefully they don't turn into an ugly colour, but I'm just going to put that right in the centre before I put that shimmer down over it. It's almost a pastel, so I'm really packing it on, but it's laying down nicely. Really nice. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Alright, we are back. I finished off that green shade and I'm really happy with it. Put it in the inner corner and then bottom lash line. Now we're going to go into the shimmers, which I'm really excited for. And the shade that we're going to play with is the shade Fearless Tides. I think it's just a beautiful like aqua green. It feels like butter. Really, really, really pretty. It's more of a topper shade, so we're just going to put that in the center of like the green and the purple, and we're going to blend it with our finger. I mean, look at that. That is stunning. Oh my goodness. I will zoom in at the end of this video and show you the final result close up, but wow, that is a really pretty like duochrome moment. And then when it's against that like purple, almost darker base, it looks really different compared to like the inner corner. It's got a really pretty shift to it. So very happy with the way this is applying. Like I said, it is almost a topper shade, so it's not like a full pigment shimmer, but it is still very, very pretty and very nice. If you don't want any fallout during the day, just go in with a glitter primer from NYX. I decided I'm not going to wear it all day, so I don't need it to stay on my face or on my eyes all day. But if you're hooded and you get like creasing with your shimmers, put an eye primer on and you won't have that problem. Now let me just quickly put it on this side. I know this video is going to be very, very long and I'm trying to speed it up, but in this video, I'm just having fun playing with new makeup, so I hope you enjoy that. I'm really, really happy with that. I'm just going to go quickly off camera and put the shimmer all the way into the inner corner. I'm just going to do that with a flat brush because my fingers are too fat. But to save some time, I'll do that off camera and then I'll come back. I'll probably also put some of that purple matte shadow on the outer edge where that shimmer meets, just to quickly blend those shades together. You don't need to see that. I've done that in all my videos, so I'll just skip that part. I will also come back with my lashes on just because I don't have any new lashes. So I'm going to put the lashes on and then we can come back and finish off this video with the lips because I do have some new lip products to talk about. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, shimmer's all done. Lashes are on. In the waterline, I also did go in with this green Colourpop liner. It is a new liner to me. I'm just trying to find the name of it. Wild Idea. It's a green like duochrome liner. Really, really pretty. I'm just going to swatch on the back of my hand so you can see what it looks like. Does have a bit of a shift like to yellow and green and gold, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's very pretty. So I put that in the waterline because I just want to test it out. So that's what's in the waterline. Now I don't want this video to be much longer, so we're going to go in with the lips. Now I got this lip matte lip, what is it, lipstick, liquid lipstick from Chemist Warehouse. It is a W7 lipstick. It says it's the soft matte lipstick in the shade All Talk. So it's a pinkish, like rosy toned lipstick. I also did get the Cheeky Rose Beauty lip palette from my Ice Cream beauty box. Now I dropped my tweezers so I can't actually use them to open this, but I find it very hard to actually open it without them, but I got it. This is what the colour story is. So I'm actually going to put this in the centre of this liquid lipstick. Now I've seen a lot of people use this and it's more of a glossy lipstick. So I'm going to put it in the centre of the lip and kind of do an ombre look. So we're going in with this lipstick first. It is sealed. It does have a sticker on it, which is great. So at least I know no one's used it. Now, oh God, this is really hard to open. Is it? Oh, I thought it was a liquid lipstick. It's not. It's one of those ones that you pull out. Okay, I thought this was a liquid lipstick. That's okay. I wanted to buy liquid lipstick just because I haven't actually got very many. I've got mostly like matte lipsticks or bullet lipsticks, but that's all right. It's a really pretty colour still. So I'm not going to go in with a lip liner. I'm just going to go in straight with this. Oh, that's really pretty. The scent of it smells like chemicals, so it's not really the most pleasant scent in the world, but it's not strong, so you're not like smelling it all the time when it's on your lips, or at least I'm not anyway. Oh right, that is a really, really pretty colour. It is quite drying, so I definitely need like a lip gloss over it. Yeah, it glides on very nicely, no grab or pull on the lips when you put it on, but because it's a matte, it's very, very drying, so you can't like smush your lips together because they just cling on and stay there, but very nice. I like the colour as well. So now let's go in with this little lip palette. Now, it doesn't have any shade names in it. I'm just going to go, what shade do we have? Oh, it's almost like an orangey nude. I'm going to go in with this shade here. This like light pink one and put that in the centre and just try it out. I do have like a clean little flat brush. I'm just picking up some of this product. I don't know if you're meant to do it. Yeah, it's very glossy. So it looks quite matte, but then when you touch it with a brush, it goes glossy. So I think this will be a good combination because this matte lipstick is quite dry. So let's put this on and see what it looks like. Okay, there's not much colour there at all. Let me just grab a bit more. Okay, it's quite nice. I actually like the effect that it's giving. The brush is actually picking up some of that initial lipstick that I put on, but it's shearing out nicely. Probably not the best lip combination for my eyes because they are very different color-wise, but I'm actually really happy with the way this is looking. So yeah, this is today's look, everybody. I'm actually really, really happy with how everything performed. There was nothing I didn't like. So to recap, we went in with the Lioness Heart eyeshadow palette. I did use 5 shades out of this 12-pan eyeshadow palette. So I'm quite happy with how everything worked. I will definitely be playing with this one a lot more and I'm excited to see what other palettes I get from my Ice Cream beauty box. The lip palette we know that I like, so that was good. Next we have this contour and highlighter palette from W7. I actually really like this, so that is a 10 out of 10. We have this little blush moment. I think I just need to apply more because I was a bit scared initially with applying too much because it's going to be over pigmented. But in the end, we did go in with a powder blush. So next time I use this, I'll put a lot more on just because I know the setting powder will knock some of that pigment away. But I really do like this. And that is a 10 out of 10 for me as well, at least for this initial try. What else did we try? There was nothing else new, was there? We got the contour palette, lipstick. This lipstick I like, W7, like that. We've got this, and then we've got this. Yeah, that was everything. All right, so that was everything that we tried today that was new. I really hope you enjoy these types of videos. I know it was a very long video. I do apologize about that, but if you do like these types of videos, still give me a like and subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment if you've tried any of these items before, or if you've got any suggestions on any other types of videos that you'd like to see me do. Let me know in the comments down below. But this video has been long enough, so let me quickly zoom you in. Oh, wrong way. To show you the actual finished result. So this is everything that's on my face, zoomed in and very close. So this is what it looks like. I love the bronzer. The eyeshadow pigment is very, very pretty. The lip is nice. I'm actually really happy with everything. You can see the highlighter on my face. You can see the bronzer. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with everything. Alright, let me zoom you back out and we can finish off this video. So, I have been talking non-stop for a while, so I'm going to love and leave you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh my love. Bye!